that is the one thing about it. Great thing about acting is you get to do all this shit that you don't get to do in real life, you know? Which is what's kind of cracking me up lately about action movies is how, I don't know when exactly the action hero genre started, but I came up in the 80s, so, you know, you had Stallone, you had Schwarzenegger, you had Jean-Claude Van Damme, and then you had Steven Seagal. And each year they tried to, you know, Chuck Norris. And each year they just tried to Chuck Norris actually walked the line from like action hero and karate guy, right? He was somewhere between like Bruce Lee and I don't know what. It's a fucking Chuck Norris, I guess. Sorry, my brain is fried. We've been working long hours here. But anyways, those movies kind of already started off ridiculous. You know, we'd have 40 guys with a machine gun, and a guy would just fucking... There's one movie where I think it's Schwarzenegger. There's like 20 guys with machine guns shooting at him, and there's all these potted plants, and he just runs and kind of puts his hand up, you know, to guard his face from all the thousands of bullets that are coming at him, and somehow they miss him. He runs across this fucking foyer. I mean, they just kept getting more and more ridiculous. You know, all the way up to like Steven Seagal, where he would barely be moving and just beat the shit out of an entire bar. I love when they would throw a punch at his face and he would just sort of lean and just actually watch the fist go past his face. So now, just when you think that, you know, and the dialogue was always really bad. So then what they did, you know, they all went away because they just got so ridiculous. They kind of just stopped making action movies for a long fucking time. I think they did anyways. I guess the Bourne Identities and those were action movies. Whatever. All I know is that now they got the ladies starring in them. And for some reason, like, I think just because people were so educated to how fucking stupid they were, they actually finally decided to start writing decent dialogue, you know, as opposed to all the shit they gave Stallone to be go for it, right? Or what's his face? Schwarzenegger would rip off a steam pipe and throw it through somebody's chest and then be like, let off some steam. I mean, it was literally that bad. Don't wake my friend. He's dead tired. Just really bad. Then they started actually writing scripts. And I guess you had like the Bourne Identity. And then you had the other guy, Lock, Stock, and Four fucking who's him or what's this. And so now they got the ladies are doing them. And they're actually writing good scripts. But, you know, it is kind of funny to watch a woman, like, beating the shit out of two fucking 400-pound guys. I mean, doesn't it get to the point where it's like, I don't give a fuck how much karate you know? Like, I could just sit on you. Because that's the latest one. The latest one's like Atomic Blonde. And they gotta pick smaller guys. Because it immediately takes me out of the movie. Like, Jesus, what the fuck? Come on. Really? You know what I mean? As badass as those women are in the UFC, they still fight other women. Because, you know, and there's still weight classes. Because at the end of the day, if you're tall enough and you're fat enough, you can eat a lot of those punches. Then you just smother them. Remember that? Like when your older brother would sit on your chest and you'd be getting claustrophobic, like, Mom, like that. They could just do that to you, and they would win. I gotta keep my voice now. Yeah, they would just win the fucking fight. So I'm not trying to be a party pooper here. I'm gonna go see Atomic Blonde, but it is getting to. It's a common. You know what it is? It's a combination of those kinds of movies and then all those feminist T-shirts that I saw this week. That's really starting to fucking annoy me. It's like, do they think they're dumb enough that they're gonna get into my fucking head with this shit? You know, I told you guys about that T-shirt I saw, right? This woman was walking around with this T-shirt. It said, what is it? It said a little boy, a strong woman scares a little boy, but excites a man. Like, what kind of guy would fall for that page one horseshit psychology? Like, I'm going to be, I want to be considered a strong man. It's like, hey, lady, how about you say something fucking impressive? Did I already talk about this already on Monday? I can't remember. Anyways, yeah, it's like, why don't you fucking say something impressive? You know, instead of having your T-shirt warm up the crowd. I can't remember if I told you guys this already, but I wanted to make a T-shirt that says a real woman isn't afraid to make her man a sandwich every once in a while. Just to get the looks.
See that right there, ladies? That's exactly what we're talking about.
What are you smiling about, Nia? You like that one?
You singing the same old song again?
Huh?
You singing the same old song again?
Am I singing what same old song again?
Your same old song.
What is my same old song, Nia?
Your same old fucking song. Your same old, ooh, I don't like when women do stuff and say things and have feelings. You're still singing that same old
No,
song?
I don't know. That's not what I'm saying.
You old man.
That's not what I'm saying.
Prehistoric caveman. Have you evolved at all in the time we've been together? Or are you just singing the same old song?
Well, if you'd let me finish.
I heard everything that you said. All right? I heard you said trash the T-shirt.
Isn't that T-shirt a little ridiculous? I mean, if I had the male version, like, you know, a real woman would blah, 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 blah.
Your take on it is actually very funny. But still, what were you talking? You were talking about how, the women in the action films, like, beating up, like, big guys. But you're willing to suspend your disbelief that Vin Diesel can drive a car through not one, but 2 or 3 buildings in Fast and Furious.
No, I'm not.
And be fine.
No, I'm not.
And be like, whoa, that was quite a ride, or whatever it is that he said.
No, it's stupid. No, it's absolutely stupid. They drive from one building to another and fishtail before. No, it's completely stupid. I don't watch those movies.
Right. So I'm just saying, with all action films, you got to suspend your disbelief a little bit. Daniel Craig can't beat up like 20 guys at one time.
No.
But in the movie, he does.
No. Yeah, but here's the thing. What they did was they started in the 80s, and it was immediately ridiculous, and the dialogue was horrific. Mm-hmm. So then what they did was they started to have better dialogue, and they actually have the guys get hurt a little bit, where, like, you know, fucking Bruce Willis had his bloody foot on the glass, and his wife beater just kept getting dirtier and dirtier. So they tried to make him real. But I'm just saying, when I was watching that Atomic Blonde, she's like beating the shit out of these 2 guys. They're like 260 pounds each. Those guys, once they get their paws on you, I don't give a if somebody outweighs you by 100 pounds, once they get their hands on you, it's fucking over. And there's 2 of them.
But it's a movie, so we go with it, right?
I know, but it just gets to, there is a certain level. Like, there's a bunch of them. Like, I never used to watch The Bourne Identity just because the way they would edit it. I went to one of them. I swear to God, I almost had a seizure.
Yeah.
The editing was like, that one that Woody Harrelson did, The Murderers, the boyfriend-girlfriend murderers.
Natural Born Killers.
Yeah, the way that was edited, it was just like, you know, this is fucking, I can't watch this.
Right, the quick cuts.
Yeah, but that's what we're talking about. You're so bombarded with images. I get it. Slow the edits down, please.
Right.
Yeah, there was one. Matt Damon was like fighting a guy inside a bathroom, and like his elbow would go back. They follow that through the wall and then back through the guy's head. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ. You know, if these NFL running backs are like can't even move until Tuesday, the level of fighting that this guy would do on just like every 6 hours.
Oh my God, wait, did you see that video, speaking of NFL running backs, of the ex-NFL player who ran through that glass door, and his wife thinks he's suffering from some, like, you know, post-traumatic stress in his brain? It's called something, CTE. Did you see that video?
No, but I'm trying not to laugh.
He literally sprints through a glass door, and he doesn't remember doing it. Don't laugh, it's sad.
It is definitely sad, but it is fucking hilarious that he's just like walking into a dental office, and all of a sudden he just hears 1649 blue said hot, and he just fucking runs through it.
No, that shit, it's ruining their brains. Like, isn't that like, what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do about
Did he spike his wallet after he went through the window?
No, because he fell down after he crashed through the glass.
Was he just walking with his wife, and all of a sudden he just fucking mid-conversation?
I feel like he was talking to police or something about something. Maybe he was having some sort of episode, and then he just took off, and he ran right through this, like, glass door, like at a grocery store.
Was he black or white?
Black.
All right, he's talking to the cops. Yeah, that's probably some shit from his childhood. You can't blame the
NFL.
I thought the cops don't treat you guys well.
He ran through a glass door and he doesn't remember doing it. So his wife was like, I think he's got, his brain is all fucked up from playing football. So what are they going to do about that? Can they put more padding in the helmet? Or like how?
No, because what it is your brain sits in fluid. So it's going to take some fucking like crazy brainiac to have like something that somehow keeps your brain stationary. The helmet fucking moves, but your head doesn't, so your brain doesn't smash against it. I mean, personally, if I was O.J. Simpson's lawyer back in 1994, that's what I would have said. I would have said O.J. suffers from CTE. He had been watching the cooking channel or this Ginsu knife commercial, and he just got a little confused.
Right. Well, whatever you would have.
Ron Goldman looked like Vince Ferragamo, and he never liked the Rams. I mean, that's the best I could have come up with.
Sure. Well.
Hey, it's a comedy podcast. If you bring something up, what am I supposed to do?
No, I'm laughing.
Okay. On the inside.
On the inside.
It's an inner crime, bitch.
It's an inner crime, bitch.